Sir, I just want to know.
आदरणीय अध्यक्ष महोदय,
Honorable Speaker, sir, I thank you for giving me opportunity to speak on this important issue. So it's a different thing that the people from treasury benches have run away before I start my speech. You please come. I'm happy to see you here. So first of all, I salute our soldiers and officers who have been making efforts in the hard terrain, even in the jungles, forest, and in the iceberg areas, and they are ready for our protection, and they are fighting for the country, and they are sacrificing their lives for the country from 1948 to till date,
पाकिस्तानी रेडर्स ने कश्मीर
since there was an attack on Kashmir. Since then, the sovereignty of our country has been protected by them. So our freedom, we got freedom through a non-violence movement, but as I said, that we have to maintain it, and our armies have played an important role in maintaining it. Honorable Speaker, sir, yesterday I was listening to the speeches of honorable members in this house. Honorable Defense Minister said, and many other ministers from the treasury benches also spoke on this issue. And Honorable Defense Minister delivered the speech, a very long speech of 1 hour. And one thing which I heard, it it touched me, and I was thinking on an issue that we have talked about almost on all issues. We have talked about Operation Sindoor, we have talked about Operation Sindoor and terrorism, the protection of security of our country. You have taught us the history and so many more things, but you have left a single thing. On that day, on 22nd April 2025, when 26 citizens of our country, in front of their family members, they were killed. How did this attack took place, and what was the reason? What was the failure behind it? Honorable Speaker, sir, in Besaran Valley in Pahalgam, what they were doing there. Today it is the time of publicity. So for some time, our government was uh, spreading this message that there is no terrorism in Kashmir. There is peace in Kashmir. Honorable Prime Minister delivered so many speeches on this issue, and he appealed to the countrymen that they should go to Kashmir and they should have some pleasure there. And I have seen many times on media and television that you should go and purchase land there. There is peace in Kashmir. So uh, during this period, Shubham Divedi, a young man from Kanpur, and his whole family decided to go Kashmir. Shubham Divedi was married just 6 months ago. His wife said that they had a very loving and friendly relation between them, that they used to laugh like children on social media. A video has been released in which the whole family is enjoying and they are playing cards and they are laughing, they are enjoying, and it is very heartening to see that we have lost such a happy family there. On 22nd April 2025 in Baisaran Valley, the weather was good as on daily basis 1000 to 1500 people used to go there The same like other days, there were so many tourists, although the terrain is not so easy, and one has to go through the jungle and they have to do some trekking. They have to take the ponies to reach there, and these families reached there in Western Valley. The weather was fine, and their the children they were playing on trampoline. They were doing zip lines. Some of them were having teas, and they were enjoying the breeze, cool breeze there. Shubham with his wife was standing on a stall. Suddenly, four terrorists comes out from the forest, and he was shot dead in front of his wife. And after that, they selected the people, they segregated them, and they killed these in front of their family members. And some fathers were killed in front of their sons. They were selected and they killed 26 people there. Wife of Shubham was frightened and she wanted to escape herself, and she runs towards the forest. Then she comes to know that many people have run towards the forest. They are trying to save their life, and they are trying to save their family members. Some were taking the help of the guides and the pony handlers. There was no way, but anyhow, if we talk in the words of Shubham's wife, some unseen power protected them at that time, as she said. And I want to read as they said, whatever was said by them. They said that during this time, for 1 hour, the people were being killed by selecting. The Indian citizens were being killed. So during this time, she could not find even a single military personnel there. Wife of Mr. Shubham said, quote, I have I have seen how my life is being destroyed in front of my eyes. There was not a single security guard there. So I can say this, that the country and the government has left us as orphans at that time. Why was not security there? There was not even a single military personnel. There was not any soldier. Was the government not aware that on daily basis 1000 to 1500 tourists go there? Why was the government not aware about it, that the people have to trek through the forest? If some mishappening takes place, the people will not be able to save themselves. There was no arrangement for any medical facility was not there, and there was no arrangement for the first aid also. So they were left on the mercy of God, and they went there on the trust of the government, and the government left them in the lurch.
मैं पूछ
I want to ask that who is responsible for this to protect the citizens of this country? Who is responsible for it? Whether it is not the responsibility of Prime Minister of India, whether it is not responsibility of Home Minister of India, whether it is not responsibility of Defense Minister of India, whether it's not responsibility of NSA. Speaker sir, Pahalgam, just before 2 days of Pahalgam attack, our defense home minister visited Kashmir to take stock of the security situation in the Kashmir, to review the security situation, and there he said that we have win over the terrorism. It happened just 2 weeks back. After 3 months, governor of JNK, in a normal interview, in a passing remark he said that in Saran Valley, lot of inadvertent occurrences have taken place, and I take responsibility for it. And there it occurs, and there it finishes. Nobody is bothered about it. Nobody asks any questions from him. Speaker sir, that that TRF is a terrorist attack a group which took responsibility of this attack. Who is TRF? In 2029, this organization was formed. In 2020, it started terror activities in Kashmir in April 2020 onwards, and 22nd April 2025, they did 25 terrorist attacks. Home Minister sir, when he he counted on fingers and listed 25 terrorist attacks in this time period only. Between 2020 to 25 terrorist attacks have happened. There is a list here with us, and I don't have much time, therefore I cannot read it out. But I want to tell you that it also included the including 83 and 9 people were killed and 41 people were injured, and total in 2020 to 22nd April 25, 41 army personnel and security personnel were killed, and 27 citizens were killed and 54 people were injured. Why did when this organization was tagged as terrorist organization by government of India? When 2022, 21, 22, 23. In 23 they tagged them as terrorist organization. For 3 years they kept on doing it, and you term them. What does it mean? All this was in the cognizance of the government, and you want to tell me that all these things you are knowing, but there is not a single agency in the government that that was aware of it before it happened. Were they not aware that there are people who are planning this attack, that this will do it, they will kill 26 people, and we could not get anything about it? Is it not a failure on the part of our agencies or not? This is a big failure. This is a big failure. They they were aware of this faction. They were aware that this terrorist organization was attacking, and big officers were killed, and common citizens were killed, police personnel were killed, and you could not keep a watch on them. And these agencies, who will take responsibility for this? Whether IB chief tendered the resignation, is anybody resigned? It falls under the jurisdiction of home minister. Whether home minister gave tendered his resignation, forget about resignation. Whether he took responsibility of it. See, you talk about history, I talk about the present. You just want a pretext. You just want a pretext. You just count the name of the family. Array, take responsibility of yourself. You are in the power for 11 years. Yesterday, when Gaurav Gogoi was speaking, he asked from Home Minister that whether it is not your responsibility. I was listening to it. Rajnath Singh ji, Defense Minister, it was saying like this. He did not say anything. He must have felt like this. Yes, there was some responsibility. But Honorable Home Minister sir was laughing. He was laughing. Sir, leaders from government, members from government mentioned various terrorist attacks. You must be aware that when those terrorist attacks were happening at that time, only all those terrorists were killed, and after that, one was saved, and that was hanged. That terrorist was hanged later on. Chief Minister of Maharashtra had resigned. The Home Minister of the country, the then Home Minister of the country, resigned. There was accountability from the people towards the citizen, towards the people of this country. There was the about this country.
राजनाथ जी तो पुलवामा, उरी और
Rajnath ji was the home minister during Pulwama, Uri, and other terrorist attack, and today he is defense minister. And our home minister, under his tutelage, the whole Manipur was burned. Delhi riots happened. Pahalgam attack took place, and today also he is sitting on the same post. Why is he still incumbent in home ministry? Bombardings make the headlines of the newspapers, but there is a story in the lapse of the security, paraphernalia. Country does not want speeches. Country wants consolation, and country wants to know the truth. Country wants to know that what did actually happen on 22nd April 2025, and why did this happen. You are thumping your own back. You are appreciating your own self. Country, parliament, you try to hide the truth from all these agencies. And when Operation Sindoor started, then when all of us supported you, we supported you. If this happens again, we'll do the same. If somebody attacks our country, then in this house, nobody from any party or anybody, everyone will support you. And we are definitely proud of our soldiers that even this time, with all determination, patience, and valor, they fought. But the credit of this whole operation was snatched away by our prime minister. He actually wants the credit. It is right. It is right that he should take the credit. He takes even the credit of uh, medals won in Olympic by a sports person. But it is not the way that one becomes a leader. You have to take the responsibility also. For the first time, it has happened in the history of the country that when a war was starting, only it stopped. It was halted. It has stopped, sir. And this halt has not come from our army or our government, but it comes from the U.S. president.
ये हमारे प्रधानमंत्री महोदय
Our Prime Minister, it has been irresponsible behavior on his part. Today, Minister of Home Affairs also mentioned, he said in his own words, I'll say, that instead of going to Pakistan, there was no option. Why did you give the hospital to them? They come to you, they kill your people, and you're giving the refuge to them. Why did you give the refuge to them? There's no response to that in his speeches. Why do you give refuge to them? When this thing was raised about the refuge, he went to the history. What did Nehru do? What was done by Indiraji? And he went up to the tears of my mother also. But there was no response to the question that this is how and why this is fire happened. why this war was stopped, and it stopped when the enemy didn't have any option instead of taking help from us or to say sorry, but he didn't respond to that. Thank you. What do you give?
देना भाई देना, आपको टाइम मिलेगा तो, टाइम नहीं मिलेगा आपको शायद। वैसे महोदय, मेरी माँ की आंसू
My mother's tears were talked about. I would like to respond to that. About the tears of my mother, it was mentioned it fell when her husband was martyred by the terrorists. He was just 40. I was just 44. He was just 44 years when in this house, and talking about the 26 persons. What I'm saying is because I can feel the pain of those people. I can feel the pain of those persons who have been killed and their families. Honorable Speaker, sir, I said that the leadership of the nation is not just about taking the credit, whether success or the failure. Responsibility of both has to be taken in, and only this character then strengthens only with that. This is not of a golden crown. This is a crown of thorns. And when the government is weak, then the army's valor also goes down. Apart from the revenge, we have to preserve the lives of people also. We have to take pledge. And apart from the power of defense, we should need the truth of the government also. And great martyr and the leader like Indira Gandhi, who faced Nixon in the politics, and the Pakistan was divided. Bangladesh was created, and 1 lakh Pakistani soldiers, they were compelled to surrender, and never she took the credit for that. She never tried to take the credit of that. But the purpose of Operation Sindoor was just to teach the lesson to Pakistan. So I think it is incomplete now because our strategy was failure. And the proof of that failure is this: that after Operation Sindoor, one Pakistan general whose hands were completely with the blood, with the American president, he was having lunch. If the Operation Sindoor's objective was to annihilate the terrorism, then the when Pakistani he has been elected as the chairman of this committee, so it's a shock to us. And who will take the responsibility? Whether Prime Minister will take this responsibility, or does he have this courage to do that? And in this, if this in this operation, our fighters were not shot down, then why can't he declare in the house about that? Yesterday, our defense minister also mentioned that our infrastructure was not damaged. So he should have told about the fighter jets also clearly. What is the problem in that? He has to tell the truth only. To avoid the questions, this government is always trying to avoid the questions, and this political cowardliness is unparalleled. And they don't have any feeling about the responsibility to those people. And the truth is this: that in their hearts, they don't have any place for the people. It's all just politics. It's all about PR. It's all about propagation, publicity, and the people, they are not in their hearts. Lots of time has happened. You're just involved in all this kind of publicity. You can't see people. What happened in Palgam? I'm going to conclude, sir. What happened in Palgam? With that, every citizen of this country is affected by heart. Mashi's uh, like her cry was really painful for all of us. That's why one last thing I wanted to say here while standing here in this house, almost everybody has the security, or the arrangement of security is there. Wherever we go, we have the security personnel, and you can also get security. If you are the minister, you can get also security. You can get the security. I'm not talking about the jokes. I'm not joking here. Please have some patience.
उस दिन
That day in Pahalgam, 26 families were destroyed. 26 persons were killed in before their families. 26, whether the children, father, whether mother, they were killed, and there were 25 Indians out of those 26 persons. They were Indians. Those who were there in Basaran Valley and 25 Indians who were killed. For them, there was no security there. There was no security for those 25 persons. Whatever operations you will do, but you cannot hide behind this truth. You cannot neglect this truth. You didn't give any protection to those 25 persons who were killed, and you don't have any shame also. No shame, and it won't be always. Any, it won't be there. This shame won't be there in you. Please listen. In morning also I have recited Shiv mantra. Let me conclude my speech. For those 25 Indians, once for these 25 Indians, I would like to name those persons who were killed so that every member here must have this feeling that they were human beings like us. They were not from any political party. They were the children of this soil. They are the martyrs of this country, and towards the families we have this responsibility. We they they must know the truth. They have the right to know the truth. Samir Guha, Indian. Mitna Adhikari, Manish Ranjan, Heman Joshi, Vinay Narwal, Sushil Nathaniel, Atul Shrikant, Sangatul Hussain Shah, Ramchandran, Lakshman Lele, Dinesh Agrawal, Dilip Dilse, Kiran Kumar Satpathy, Shreyas Chandra Moli, Shreyas Chandra Moli, Yatish Parmar, Indian, Yasudan Rao. This is not for sloganeering. This house is not for sloganeering. Kailash. This method is not correct. Manjunath Rao. Jai Hind.
डॉक्टर श्रीकांत शिंदे.
धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, sir. Honorable Speaker, sir, that you give me this chance to speak.